Alright then, so every ship in Elite Dangerous follows a specific, simple rule. For cargo ships specifically, performance can be replaced with the cargo space. So the more cargo space you want, the more exponentially you will have to pay more money for the ship itself. More specifically, the line will go like this. The more cargo space you have, the less jump range overall you're going to be capable of. After all, it's obvious, even though in space you're weightless, mass still exists, and that does have effect on your maneuverability and top speed, as well as acceleration and other factors. And as a matter of fact, quite a lot of games follow this very basic and obvious rule, not only based on reality, but also just simply for the gameplay purposes. However, with the release of Panther Clipper, I decided to put a spreadsheet together to just see what is going on with the stats and whether or not they make sense. And can you guess what I found? Well, let's take a look. In this chart for your reference, the first ship is Type 6, then Type 7, Type 8, then Type 9, and Cutter, and then finally Panther Clipper. As you can see in the chart, like I said previously, the more cargo you're carrying, the more expensive the ship goes, with the exception of course the Clipper, which compensates everything in some places else. But overall the line follows the square root. Then the next line represents the maximum jump range while carrying the maximum cargo capacity. In the proper game design theory, technically the line should be going either straight downwards or with a little bit of a curve there. And that's what mostly Elite Dangerous does follow. With of course with one exception, as you can see, that would be the Cutter here. And Panther Clipper, which in fact goes up rather than down. Now does that make sense? Next, to emphasize the problem with it, we have the maximum jump range with the cargo capacity, and that definitely should be going downwards in a straight line, and yet it's not. Here you can definitely see the Panther Clipper is definitely way too high, while Cutter, as usual, it compensates quite a lot with the price, so it is deserving on the top there. Then we move on to the max laden speed, as in carrying all the cargo capacity versus the cargo capacity itself. And here we definitely can see the Panther Clipper is weirdly faster than even Type 8 and Type 7. Then looking over the max boost speed overall versus the cargo capacity, and we can see definitely Type 8 also joining the shenanigans. Now it really doesn't take a genius to realize why Type 8 and definitely Panther Clipper are so out of tune with the rest of the ships and why they are noticeably better, not just in line with the rest of them. So do not kid yourselves, this is textbook example of what the overpowered looks like. It's an exception to the game rule with a very noticeable effect. Oh, and of course let's not forget that Panther Clipper is also SEO optimized to boot. I honestly don't think I need to explain this to developers, but to audience. Remember, making an overpowered ship or an item in-game actually makes less sense, gives less options, and makes the game a lot more boring.